place. Be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering. Indulge me. Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? And you're certain you will continue to resist? Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. The light is rather dim out here in the Shadowlands. The point remains. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
I know you're keen, Ellen. Be patient. Your chance will come. Until then, keep watch and keep wary. I need your senses sharp.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Then speak. The same way hoppers learn of anything. Poking noses where they don't belong. We sent an agent to infiltrate this cult. The latest fad among the city's bored nobility, I thought. Until that same agent returned and tried to plant a knife in my neck. My first encounter with a true soul. I'm glad ours ended on friendlier terms. From there, I made some inquiries of my own. Saw firsthand how easily the cult could turn friend to foe with but the twist of a tadpole. And so I gathered my harpers and came to the source. Moonrise Towers. Ugh. Some crusty ballad monger, I expect. They have me slaying gods, or laying with them, depending on the bard. Volothamp Gedarm? Oh, that old fraud should be dust a century past. But then, lies live forever, and he's half made of this stuff. There are as many versions of a tale as there are people to tell it. Let that satisfy you. And anyway, the heroics of old have done seeming... We fight, we die, and we just hope that when our time comes, there is someone else to take our place. That remains to be seen. Criterion number 1, make Catterick bleed. Criterion 2, survive that thing in your skull.
Let's see what's to be said.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall, the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one. Gone. And more than half the others with him. We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But... they were toying with us. Making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
What exactly have I left to squander? We've no brighter horizon ahead of us. There's just the city. If I can get us there alive.
But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
Do you trust Jaheira? I like. Then give it time. We'll see.
I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. Some of us fought back. Or tried to. But it was hopeless. All I could do was run. I don't know. It just happened so quickly. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
Preparing to march, I wager.
Go on. Finish them.
Are you really sure you trust
You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And God have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Have to keep pushing.
A faded advertisement, its message still faintly legible. Fresh veg and fancy fruit. Buy 2, get 1 free.
Be patient. Your chance will come. Until then,
Careful, I bite. Easy.
There's no time to waste. I'll go this way.
That's curious.
Maybe not, Mom. You don't want any surprises.
At last, we find a beacon of light amongst the darkness, and not a moment too soon. I'm quite ready for some respite.
Worth a try.
Action, not reaction. Without delay.
I know you're keen, Ellen.
Trolls report more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march, I wager. Seems that way.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Charmed, I'm sure. Let's chat.
Hiss! I say hiss! This is my territory, and you're in it. I'll allow it. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. I slinked, of course. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Yes.
As you wish.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies.
Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Eldorel?
Maybe not, Mom.
Yes. Until Jaheira gives me reason to think otherwise.
What I won't do
Harm in a
is
little
let anyone
conversation.
into the
If you're poking around this god's forsaken place, you must have someone in Moonrise too. Hope you find them.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers? Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other. Cleric of Selûne. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her. Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free. I doubt it too, but I haven't given up hope. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
You know the name Gortash, a councillor with considerable influence on Baldurian industry and politics. But he is no lord.
My role here is limited. I can be put to better use convincing the Council to send reinforcements to help rescue the Duke. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Worth a rummage?
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? Art color? I'm Fistular.
Nathaniel and me are climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken. A Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Do you hear that, sir? You're safe.
Without a reminder of who he is, of what he held dear, his mind will remain lost to the darkness. His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. If he does, he isn't sane.
House of Healing.
Shadows, they get darker. Our hiding place is brighter. Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking.
The tether connecting this man to his soul is frail as frost. Too frail to be of use to you.
No, not till I met Art anyway. It seems to be all he remembers. Thank you.
Daniel and me do just what we did together, waiting for the sun forever.
Let's see. Better take that.
fear so black and gray. We are living, they are dead. Two of us safe to the end.
We're discussing fist business, and you're no fist.
Hiding place is brighter.
There must be something more we can do, Bran. Do you trust Jaheira?
With my life.
Then give it time. We will see victory yet.
One step at a time.
My faith protects me.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Maul's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Maul. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. Her victory was hollow, of course. Frankly, I expected better of you. Did Maul ask to have your god win the game for her? Oh, I promise on every treasure I own. You've never dealt with a devil like me before. But don't you worry about Maul. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
Oh, such impatience. It's something very important to your master, but is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details, but of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it, and get back to you.
You'll get back to me? This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
I'll see what I can learn.
Perimeter's clear, Mum.
Good. Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me could make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you. You aren't joking. I kind of believe him more now than I did a minute ago. Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am. He said he could get me and my gang to Baldur's Gate. I reckon he can do it too. Don't care what your law says. And also, when we get there, I'd be head of the Thieves' Guild. I dunno, devil stuff? What matters is I can keep my kids safe. Everyone else has let them down, but I won't. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours. Onward, ever onward.
must be something more we can do, Bran.
Do you trust Jaheira?
With my life.
Then give it time. We will see victory yet. We expect great things of you, so go. Be great. Go on, finish the thought.
Onward then.
Are living. They are dead.
Now what might you be hiding?
Preparing for march, I wager. That way.
Gods! I never thought I'd be so relieved to find a light in the darkness, or to see so many harpers clanking about.
The light here warms my skin, cleanses my lungs. A welcome change from the surrounding shadow. Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less, though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
As I listen.
I'll see what I can learn.
I didn't realize I had an audience. And a Sharan one, at that. At your service. Frankly, I'm surprised you're willing to help us. Your kind aren't known for their decency, particularly when a Sharan curse is our greatest obstacle. But if you are who I think you are, I'd be a fool to reject your help. The true soul with, well, a soul. Imagine. We've both got a bitter pill to swallow. When this is all over, we can spit it back out. You'll be needing the protection spell, I presume. For now, perhaps. But Shah can be fickle, and her love can prove fleeting. Do not turn your back on an advantage you may need, even a Selûnite one. If nothing else, it can aid any companions who travel with you. Somehow I doubt Shah's largesse was extended to them.
Pain bursts from the wound on your hand. You see yourself kneeling in a dark hall surrounded by initiates. A female voice preaches against Selûne and all she stands for. You nod, rapt.
Well, if the Moon Maiden didn't strike me dead for blessing you, she must rather approve of this little alliance. This will block the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, allowing you to traverse the darkness outside. Should Shah's own protection falter, that is. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out. Curious. Surely the Night Singer could have shielded all her followers and made this place her domain long ago. Yet she only acts now, and aids you alone. I wonder why. I suppose you're right. I'll stop needling you, though. You have more important things to do, after all. Good luck, and may the Moon Maiden protect you. If you can stand it. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketheric himself. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketheric, alive.
Haunting face swims into your mind's eye, its instructions vivid in your mind. Nothing is more important than bringing the girl alive.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
The Absolute sees all. Your treachery will be punished.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel.
Moon Maiden, guide my hand.
Come along, Isabel.
I need healing! Now!
Can't give up.
Let's have some fun.
You'll make excellent fertilizer.
Shadows, they get darker.
Pay now.
Roketric wants her alive, at any cost.
Isabel! No! What in the nine hells happened? God spare us! Ketheric was planning our demise all along. Listen closely, for there's very little time. Even if last light falls, your mission does not change. You must find Ketheric Thorm. And you must kill him. As impossible as that task sounds, there must be a way to break the spell that makes him invincible. There are secrets in this ancient waste, hidden from... But hark. Something stirs. It's happening. They'll all be taken by the shadows. Only by the grace of Isabel's spell will we be spared the same fate. We cannot hesitate. Not even for those we knew. Those we cared for. They're no longer who they were. Still your hearts, and steady your hands. To battle!
I will ascend.
Just look at you.
Victory is assured.
We shall not fall.
I am fury. I am death. I will not know failure.
don't fancy their chances. I strike with precision.
Got to keep fighting. Down with you. Last much longer. I am fury. I am death. Taking position.
Creator, destroyer.
Need to act fast.
Gone with the weave.
A little help, please.
I will ascend. Make way! On the move.
taste my fury. I will take every advantage.
The witching hour. Surreal. A day.
Let my name be known.
Lovely little pick-me-up. Quite ready for you.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Let us have words. An efficient path.
Let's see what I can glean. Got to keep moving.
Take your... I need healing! Now!
And all that is broken.
Take your...
What's next, I wonder? What am I to do?
Traitors among us. A child taken. And still I can only feel relief. If they had taken Isabel too, I thought I was prepared for treachery. But an all-out assault. I blundered into their trap like a fool. You have the honor of making up for my mistake. I trust that you will.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Let's see what we have here. Can't use this right now.
How delicious.
My faith will guide me. Better take a look. Onward in her name.
The highlight of my day.
I do enjoy our conversations. What do you need?
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Poor soul. But in truth, if I had to choose between death and the Shadowfell, I'd choose death. Perhaps there's still a way to learn something from him. The dead can't deny their knowledge if asked the right question. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations.
But since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness.
But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace.
You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you. You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude. Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
Can't use this right now.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition. Well, no, I was being generous. But you're not beyond hope. I just worry that we're not considering all our options when it comes to our uninvited guests. How many people are infected with them, do you think? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil. So much for thinking you had ambition. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone.
Rest eludes you. All you can think of is this strange new place where even the stars themselves have been smothered by Lady Shah's embrace. What does the Dark Lady want of you? At times it feels like she is punishing you, while other times she shields you. You feel lost. A sensation that is not new to you. In fact, one of the few memories you can still lay claim to is of being lost. Lost and afraid. Before Lady Shah, you were nothing. An orphan who could not forget the howl of wolves. She saved your life. She gave you a family. That memory of the woods, nearly dying, being saved. It's all you have of your childhood. Lady Shah guards the rest. The possibilities are countless. You could have been lost, abandoned, orphaned, or even offered as a sacrifice to the gods. Some druids force children to live off the land. Selûnites leave their young in the wilds and challenge them to find their way home. Followers of Talos are said to sacrifice innocence to lightning. But it was Lady Shah who embraced you, whatever your past. You serve her, and now she guides you towards something. Whatever awaits you in these lands is important and must be found. The Dark Lady wills it in her own way.